Hi everybody, it's Thursday. It's
Let's
Talk! Yes, there is an audience here in case you were wondering. We're back down here again because numbers are growing exponentially. So, welcome everybody. And today, first things first, before I throw the magnets off my lap. What's this, guys?
The Booker Prize Award.
The Booker Prize winner. The Booker Prize winner. When it was published, it said the Booker Prize 2025 shortlisted. Okay? So on Sunday night, as you may remember, I said that everybody got together at the festival hall and read from their books, talked about them. There'd been a lot of coverage in the press as well.
Did the Queen come this time?
She didn't. No, not this time. I don't know who presented it, actually. No. But they did have a big dinner, and everybody was very excited about it, okay? Because it is the biggest literary event in Britain in the autumn, okay? In the summer, anybody tell me what the biggest literary event is?
The Carnegie Medal.
Well, yes, that too. That's really important, yeah. In adult terms, I was thinking. We've talked about it a lot. The Women's Prize. The Women's Prize for Fiction. They do non-fiction now as well. There are obviously lots and lots of other awards, but the Booker Prize is the most prestigious. Okay, so we had a look, didn't we, at the shortlist? Remind me of the shortlist. Audition, absolutely. Mr. Humphreys read Audition.
I read Audition. I also read The Rest of Our Lives, which is the road trip university one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were both okay. They were my favourite, I'll be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Have you read Flashlight?
Yeah.
I read Flashlight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think that it should have won?
I think it would have been closely behind this one. Okay. I think there are reasons why it wasn't chosen, because it could have done with a bit of editing. It is a worthy story, but there were points where I thought, oh, just get on with it. Anyway, so who thinks they predicted this? Okay. Right, tell us why you predicted it. Do you remember?
It was the book I was doing.
All right, yes. It was the book you were talking about, but was there any other reason?
I felt loyal to it.
Okay, felt loyal to it. Fair enough, yeah, absolutely. All right, just to remind you, 15-year-old Istvan, David Saltzi has Hungarian ancestry as well as British, lives with his mother in a quiet apartment complex in Hungary. Is Hungary part of the EU, guys?
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. It's very much in the news. It's very much in the news because the president, President Orban, is a bit of a dictator. He likes Trump, which is not really compatible with the EU, but they're still there. New to the town and shy, he is unfamiliar with the social rituals at school and soon becomes isolated with his neighbour, a married woman close to his mother's age, as his only companion. Their encounters shift into a clandestine relationship that Istvan barely understands, and his life soon spirals out of control. Okay, clandestine means hidden. As the years pass, he is carried gradually upwards on the 21st century's tides of money and power, moving from the army to the company of London's super rich, with his own competing impulses for love, intimacy, status and wealth winning him in unimaginable riches, until they threaten to undo him completely. Now, here's the blurb. Spare and penetrating, Flesh is the finals novel yet by a master of realism, asking profound questions about what drives a life, what makes it worth living, and what breaks it. Okay, so a roller coaster ride, but with 21st century as well as 20th century themes. Migration, because when he probably comes to London, we were still part of the EU, and you could go, if you were a member of the EU, you technically can go and work and live anywhere in the EU without problems. This may well change, but for them when he did it. And also about the super rich of London, which are really, really changing the geography and cultural aspects of London as well. So I think that's pretty much why they chose it. There is the author. There's Saltzi. Not a brilliant he looks very young there, doesn't he? He doesn't look quite that young on Monday. He's already won prizes. Okay, so he's got a good track record. And interestingly, he was born in Canada, he grew up in London, and now lives in Vienna. Anybody been to Vienna? Uh-huh.
I've been to Hungary.
In Austria.
Someone say they've been to Hungary.
I saw the protest. That was also a holiday.
Interesting holiday, that.
Interesting.
It was like a bank holiday, so they also celebrating Budapest, while also like a
Protesting.
thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, but Budapest, because I think that's set in Budapest. Isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I really like Vienna. I could quite happily go and live there easily, although my German's not brilliant. Anyway, there it is, Flesh. So most of you can't read this yet, but obviously the Booker Prize judges really liked it. Okay, so there we are. Another Booker Prize year over. Can you believe it?
In the annals, yes.
Yeah, in the annals. Right, okay. Everybody at home, the reason why I'm sitting with the mascots is because today is the day when the teapot, our beloved teapot, now new to our mascots, hopefully gets a name. Or at least we try and get to a name. Now, the idea is we have two P's, Paddington and Pooh Bear, or Winnie the Pooh, to give him his tradition. Or Edward Bear, if you read Winnie the Pooh. Okay? As I said last week, Paddington the musical is imminent. Okay? So hopefully we'll sort that out for later in the year. Our teapot is a jellycat, which means what?
It's very cute.
It's very cute,
Very
it's very
expensive.
soft.
Expensive.
Well, it's very sweet of them to give it to us. So thank you,
Thank you.
those of you who are not with us at the moment. Okay, so now first we're going to try and get a short list. All right. So what I want you to do is on your tables, please. No, not your pieces of paper. I want you to talk about potential names, and I want you to have a little vote within your group, okay? And then we'll get the shortlist from your tables, okay? All right. Okay. So what we need now is somebody from each table to come up and persuade the rest of us to vote for your choice, okay? Yes, because this is what happens in an election, right? You persuade people to your point of view, and that's what we're going to have here, all right? So there's nameless teapot. Okay, and I invite, who wants to go first?
Oh, no,
That was Jenny, wasn't it? Who was...
Jenny?
Okay, all right, in that case then.
Okay.
Well, nice.
Okay, right.
Should I sit down?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Sit down.
So,
Hold the teapot.
I should have called. Okay.
Drink some tea.
So,
So, our table, aka this amazing table over here,
Which you can't see.
we decided on Penelope / Penny because it's kind of a very, like, this is kind of unrelated, but my grandma was called Penelope and she adored tea, but that's very unrelated. So Penelope is kind of not an old-fashioned name because it's also kind of around right now, but it kind of just came to us, and then Penny was kind of the first option, as well as Peggy or Polly when Mr. Humphreys came round, and so it kind of came to us, and then we kind of stuck with it throughout, and we were thinking of different reasons to when we sit here and have to say something, because Peggy's a person in Hamilton who's kind of disappears. And we also like the name. And Polly obviously is puts the kettle on in the nursery rhyme, as Mr. Humphreys said. But we chose Penny and Penelope / Penelope because it just suits. And blue is very, yeah. So yeah,
Penny.
it gives Penny.
Without realising it,
And also it's a P.
You have brought back to us the people who gave it to us because they were all great classicists. Penelope, of course, is from
The Odyssey.
the Odyssey, White Odysseus, domestic goddess, because she's holding it all together while flaky Odysseus is off, travelling, having a lovely time, except he's not. So yes. Yeah, great.
Penelope forward slash Penny.
Right, Alicia.
Are we allowed to vote for ourselves?
Well, it's going to be blind.
It's going to go ahead. Obviously, so it's up to you.
It's individually not.
Okay, basically. So, my table decided on Mrs. Potts, because
Mrs. Potts or Miss Potts?
Mrs. Potts,
Right.
because it started from I know that's like apparently that's one of the teachers' names, but but like the thing is because in the Beauty and the Beast, the teapot who gets like the person.
Take it, not the story.
Well, yeah, but the lady who gets turned into a teapot, is called Mrs. Potts, and obviously Belle, who is like the princess in that movie. Well, she doesn't start as a princess, but like her like favorite thing is like reading, and that's why everyone in her town hates her, because she's a freak, because they don't.
You are not freaks, Dixon. You are not freaks.
No, but
we
they
are normal. Say it.
But
I am different.
but they don't read books, or at least they think that women shouldn't read books, because the guys do go to school, but then because she's a girl, she's not meant to. But so they're all mad because she reads, and she like taught herself to read, and but it's like her favorite hobby, and she's like the only person who ever goes to the library there. And then and when she goes to the castle, the teapot is called Mrs. Potts, and also obviously it begins with a P, and because she's a teapot, it obviously makes sense to have like a kind of like on the nose name. Everything I ever name is a really on the nose name, like it has to be on the nose, because otherwise you might forget. I feel really bad if I forgot. And so, Mrs. Potts, you'll never forget.
Right.
All right, nice, Melissa. Thank you.
Oh yeah. It also comes. Beauty and the Beast does come from like a fairy tale, which is a book. So.
You mean the film comes from the fairy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Not like Mrs. Potts as a character, but like the story.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well done.
Yes,
That was great.
Okay. Lucy, are you fighting this out, or are you doing this together?
No, Dia's doing it. What? I'm comfy in my chair now.
Right, yeah, you go then.
Off we go, Dia. It's all down to you.
Your preference.
Well, now I don't know what to say.
Teapot, and you might get inspiration.
Well, little teapot here should be named Tilly,
Why?
because it just.
Come on, persuade us, and we won't vote for it.
So, to be Tilly here begins with a T. So, like, Tilly the teapot. It's very easy to say, so it's not like you're going to forget it. Penelope, however, is a bit long, you know.
Thank you.
I didn't realise you were baiting.
This teapot should be called Tilly, because Tilly's quite a cute name,
It's a
and
very cute teapot.
it's an adorable teapot, as are all jellycats. Miss Huntley was one of the people who gave it to you called Tilly?
No.
Oh. Well.
Josie, Hannah, and...
Eleanor.
Sorry, Eleanor, sorry. Yes, Josie, Hannah, and Eleanor. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Tilly would fit perfectly in that.
Because I think this is a very strong argument.
Oh, Georgia, don't diss your...
Exactly. I am much better speaking.
Do you want to add something? Is that what you had?
Yeah. Matilda, as in Matilda
Matilda,
Ryder.
Yeah, well
She
done.
loves books. It's a book. Like it makes so much sense like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What she said.
George, is that you?
I was also going to say there's also Tilly from Pages and Co.
Yes, which we
Yes,
were talking
Pages
about.
and
Oh,
On the table.
oh my God,
Yes,
guys.
Phoebe, Stella. Which one of you is coming up?
Who's coming?
Stella? Phoebe, Stella.
Why are you putting me on the spot?
Phoebe, take the opportunity.
Today.
Or Sophia, would you like to come up?
Yeah, do you want to talk about it?
Wow, a big round of applause.
So at our table we couldn't really decide on the name, but I had this idea. So there is this book called Pollyanna. That's the name of the main character. Yeah, it was written by the USA author and published during the Great Depression in America. So the point of the book was to bring joy to the people, because the main character was an orphan and she got sent to her aunt, and through her mindset she teaches all of the people to see the best in the world. Like, for example, she would come to her maid who was really mad because it was Monday and she hates them, and she would tell her, but you see, because it's Monday today, you have 7 more days till the next Monday, and you should be happy about it. And she would teach everyone about it. So I thought how this teapot would spread tea with warmth and joy to people. Pollyanna spreads happiness in this book throughout her mindset.
Superb.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Right, does everybody feel that their table have expressed this out? Yes?
No.
Right, okay, now. Okay, so let's just have a quick recap. This table, Tilly. This table, Penny. Mrs. Potts and Pollyanna. Okay, and I just have to say, Sophia is visiting us from Ukraine, and really big welcome and thanks for coming. And what an erudite summary of a fabulous book, guys. Come on, give her a big clap. I couldn't have said it better myself. If you don't know the book, I thoroughly recommend it. It's great fun. Same sort of era, ironically, as of Mice and Men, but written for children. And one of these days, when I finally retire, if I ever get out the door, I want to do, Pollyanna will be one of the books I'm going to look at when I do my PhD one of these days, because there's a theme in Pollyanna. She's very happy, she's lovely, but she goes through a life-threatening illness, and there's lots of 19th century and early 20th century books. This is what happens to children, because it was true, but also it's about life-changing things. Anyway, there we are. So what you need to do now is you need to take your piece of paper and your pen, and you need to write on it. Do not feel, because this is a secret vote, I don't want any discussion, you two up there. I can see you, yes. I do not want any discussion or arm twisting, metaphorically or otherwise, okay, about, you've got to vote for what we decided. You don't have to. If you decide now that there's a better name that you've decided upon, in your head, you write it down, okay? All right? And hopefully we'll get a result tonight, all right? So off you go. You've got a couple of minutes, all right? Final decisions. You do not put your name on it because it's a secret ballot, okay? All right, off you go. You put it on the piece of paper. You fold it up. Well, I'll come and get it in a minute.
Like it's kind of obvious that.
Okay, if you've put your hand up, if you've written down.
Literally everyone else has folded theirs in half and in half.
Doesn't matter how you folded it. Thank you.
Everybody can participate. Hopefully you will. One vote only per person.
You.
You folded it.
Everyone from this table get in?
Yeah, I'm not going to let you. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Tell me what happened if you give up.
I was saying you said to cross like
And then I would stand. Maybe you should,
Alright.
or maybe you should have used that.
Alright, folks, listen up, please. So, Miss Huntley. Okay, so while we wait with bated breath for the votes to be counted, to find out the name of our new teapot, the new name for the teapot, rather, we're actually going to start on what we were supposed to be talking about, which of course was Shakespeare adapted for the modern times. Now, we've already mentioned West Side Story. I'm sure some of you can talk about that at great length. Some of you, I'm sure, have got other things in mind. I did drop a few hints in the email. I had a couple of ones listed up there, so I'm sure between you we're going to have a few things covered. Now I'm going to kick us off by talking about a couple of books. If you've got some books in mind, that's brilliant, but I don't think books are necessarily as well known for modern adaptations. Even better, the books I'm going to talk about are YA books. One of them by a very famous YA author. You've all heard of Malorie Blackman, haven't you? Yes. So she wrote a book called Chasing the Stars. If I read you the blurb, see if you can guess what play it is based on. Olivia and her twin brother Aidan are heading alone back to Earth following the virus that completely wiped out the rest of their crew and their family. So far, probably not particularly Shakespearean. Nathan is part of a community heading in the opposite direction, but on their journey, Nathan's ship is attacked and most of the community killed. Oh dear, only a few survive.
Sounds really up there.
Their lives unexpectedly collide. I get as I'm reading this, I get the impression it might be based on more than one Shakespeare play. Nathan and Via are instantly attracted to each other, deeply, head over heels, like nothing they've ever experienced. We've got 4 hands up already, but not everyone is pleased. And surrounded by rumours, deception, even murder, is it possible to live out a happy ever after? Signposting. Right, Phoebe, what do you think it's based on?
12th Night.
12th Night. Good guess. Anyone else? That's a very good guess.
Now I feel like I'm wrong. Is it like kind of The Tempest?
Kind of The Tempest. Another good guess. Charlotte?
Romeo and Juliet.
That is a very good guess too. Anyone else? What?
Oh, what did you say? 12th Night.
12th Night as well. Any other guesses? I can see why all those guesses have been made, but it's none of those.
Oh.
It's actually, yeah, I know. It's actually based on Othello. Who is familiar with Othello? Right, would someone like Annabelle, would you like to give us all a very brief summary of what Othello is about?
Well, I don't know.
Come on, give it a go.
Come on, you told me you were familiar with it.
Yeah, but like, that's because I started a bit lost. Wait, when?
You've had all year to read it then.
Everyone else did Merchant of Venice. We did Merchant of Venice.
Okay, who is Othello?
He's this like guy, and then he
What's his job? What's his main role?
doesn't he like transmit like messengers?
No, he's a bit more. He's an important leader in the army, the Venetian army. He's a commanding officer. Yeah, and who is he in love with?
He's in love with the girl called not.
She begins with a D.
I know it.
I did.
It's like a long like
Desdemona. Okay, so he is in love with Desdemona, and there is another character. What's his name? Cassia. I'll stop the guessing game now.
Iago.
Who is Iago? Is not his love rival, but Iago is very ambitious. Now Iago is the villain, and he wants to sort of advance his prospects in the army, and he sort of ensnares and entraps Othello, and that's all I say about the plot. So this now it's sci-fi. You know, some viruses wiped out humanity. Now, yeah, I can see why you were saying things like 12th Night because we've got the twins. I can see why you said Romeo and Juliet because of the star-crossed lovers, people disapproving. But you see, there's elements of that in Othello as well, right? Because Othello is Amor, as in he is black. And so lots of people are disapproving. And the same thing is going on here. Now, Malorie Blackman, what's her most famous, someone tell me, what is by far her most famous story?
Oh, never mind. Oh, do I?
Annabelle? Noughts and Crosses. Now, Noughts and Crosses, of course, as I'm sure almost all of you know, set in the world where, you know, it's a Pangea world. There's been no continental jet. There's one big continent, and black people are actually have the superiority that white people have in our world, you know, in terms of not having the disadvantages and discrimination that black people experience. It's a very clever reversal. So Othello is, you know, sort of borrowing from that, and you can see why Malorie Blackman's gone with it. So, sci-fi setting as well, so it's very interesting. Called Chasing Stars, so definitely one that's worth checking out. The other one I'm going to talk about is called As I Descended. Now, this is based on Macbeth, which is, of course, one that's bad luck to say. And it's set in a school.
The Scottish play.
The Scottish play. It's set in a school. Maria Lyon and Lily Boatin are the school's ultimate power couple. The only thing that stands between them and their perfect future is Delilah Dufresne. And essentially, one of them is running to win a distinguished Cawdor Kingsley Prize. Kingsley Prize. And so Macbeth is themes of power, ambition. Now you think of cliques at school, perhaps. I'm hoping that you guys aren't too involved in that sort of thing. But, you know, there can be sort of dynamic power plays going on, and that's what Macbeth is all about. You're all familiar with Macbeth, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you know, there's like murder, plotting, intrigue, supernatural, the witches and everything. But this is transplanted into the modern setting of a high school. So Shakespeare can actually apply to us in high school. So maybe there could well be some Shakespearean dynamics going on in your friendship circles, for all I know. Okay? And, yes, Miss Huntley, can you pass it over? Now, we were hoping to play you on the screen this DVD, Shakespeare Retold. This is a little old now. It's about 20 years-ish. That was on TV originally. There is a Macbeth in there, which is set in a kitchen, where there's a dynamic power play is about becoming a head chef, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Running the restaurant.
Or running the restaurant.
Restaurant. The owner is both head chef, but with a
head chef, but also he wants to own a restaurant and manage the business.
Macbeth is actually the chef of this particular restaurant, and his wife is the maitre d'.
Right. And Duncan is the...
Well, Duncan is the owner, but Michelin-starred chef. So
right.
He's sort of already
further
building his empire elsewhere. So he visits, occasionally. So basically, Macbeth and the Lady Macbeth are doing all the work.
Right. And, of course, that's how Macbeth started, by covering herself in glory, winning the battle, and not feeling got recognised for it. Good cast in this. James McAvoy is Macbeth. Keely Hawes is Lady Macbeth. And there's some others as well, I believe. But yeah, we've also got Much Ado About Nothing. Forced to share a studio sofa every night, regional news presenters Beatrice and Benedict appear to hate one another. But does their apparent hostility mask passions of a different kind? Who studied Much Ado? Yes. Does that sound? Yeah, that sounds familiar. We've got The Taming of the Shrew. Kate is an opposition MP who is instructed to find a husband to make her more electable. When the eccentric Petruchio bursts into the scene, a very surprising romance unfolds. 10 Things I Hate About You. Anyone seen that? That's basically the story of that. And last but not least, A Midsummer Night's Dream. You all know that one?
Yeah.
Thank you. And this one, set during a weekend in a holiday park. This is a romantic comedy about 4 warring couples, a donkey's head, of course, and a gaggle of fairies, of course. Also in a Bond setting, Centre Parks, or the equivalent thereof. So there you go. So there's some suggestions there. Who would like, Miss Huntley, do you want to take over?
Yeah, I'll just take it on.
Okay, so I'm just going to hand over to Miss Huntley.
Wait, why can't we watch it?
Sorry, I've got to see.
Because there's a thief abroad, basically. A technological thief. We're not terribly happy. And IT are absolutely incandescent, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not happy.
Yes. So if you're out there, give them back, basically. Anyway, right. So, The Fool's Girl. Which one do you think this is based on? The Fool's Girl. It's by a very famous author for your age group, Celia Rees. Anybody read anything by Celia Rees? No? I do recommend Pirates, which is a wonderful novel about female pirates, and it's based on true story. This one. Okay, here's the blurb then. I won't give you the names. Are in London. The year is 1601, and William Shakespeare is enjoying success at the Globe Theatre, but is not there to admire his plays. She is in England to retrieve her country's greatest treasure, stolen by the evil, and she needs help. In an adventure that stretches from the shores of Illyria to the forest of Arden, romance and danger go hand in hand. In a quest that could mean life or death, can V manage to recover the precious relic and save her country and herself. The main character's first initial is V. The fool's initial is F. And the evil one's initial is M.
I might not, but is it 12th night?
Yes, this is 12th night. Okay. Feste is the name of the fool. Violetta in this story is the heroine, and Malvolio is the evil one. Okay. Yeah. And it talks about pirates, because in Twelfth Night we have Antony, who is it Anthony or is it Anthony? No, Antonio. Antonio, who is a pirate and gets arrested by Orsino. Okay. So it's a mixture of real life England. Forest of Arden is a real place near where Shakespeare was born and lived, funnily enough, at least some of his life. And also the story, the play itself, it's very, very good. I really do recommend it because it's very applicable if you like the story of the play, but also it has something to say about young women and their relationships with all sorts of other people as well. So I know that you don't know it, but it really is a worthwhile follow-up to the play itself. Okay, and of course, Twelfth Night is what genre of play?
Is it a tragedy?
Is it a tragedy?
No.
So what is it?
What is it then?
Comedy.
It's a comedy, isn't it? We have love, all sorts of love triangles, problems, but it all ends happily, apart from for Antonio and Malvolio. So there we are. Okay, so that's my contribution. All right. Anybody got anything else? Jenny?
Does anyone need to go at 5 o'clock? Okay. You as well. So, okay. You three. So Stella, do you want to start us off, and then we'll go to you two
I
next.
honestly can't think of anything. The only thing I can think of that I'd like to watch is like amazing.
Okay, that's fine. Remember, you don't have to contribute. You don't have to. Stella.
So I'm going to do a play. I'm pretty sure everyone knows it. It's called Anne Juliet. It's basically a readaptation of Romeo and Juliet. So Shakespeare's wife, she found a babysitter for the kids, and she wants to comment on Shakespeare's play, saying Juliet's way too submissive. She killed herself after she killed Romeo. What kind of woman would do that? Mm-hmm. So she goes on saying, you know what, I'm going to rewrite your play and nothing you can do is to stop me. So she, the play starts with Romeo's dead, and instead of Juliet killing herself, like, oh gosh, no, he's dead, I can't live anymore, she's like, you know what, never mind him, I'm my own woman. I'm my own woman. If he couldn't see me sleeping, then he's obviously an idiot. What am I going to do? So she goes on this journey with her friend May, who is a man, but is a woman, kind of. So like the actor is a man, but he's playing a woman. And Shakespeare comments on this, saying like, surely like May's a girl's name. Just like, well, you had no problem back 200-300 years ago, so there's not any problem now. And she goes to this party where I can't remember his name. She meets this boy, and I have absolutely no clue how. I can't remember. I watched it a while ago, but she ends up marrying him. I think it's due to like a connection between her nanny and the boy's father.
Oh right, yeah. The nurse is a big part of.
Oh yeah, I love the nurse. The nurse is brilliant.
The original play, yeah.
But about halfway through, like May's quite drunk. She's quite woozy, and she bumps into the boy, and they end up having an affair. And then they realise they want to be together, and so the boy goes to cool things off with Juliet. There's a very shocking twist, which kind of annoyed me a little, because I was like, well, what's the whole point of the show then?
Okay. Romeo comes to life again?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm doing this
It's all a dream?
No, it's real. He comes.
Oh, okay.
So the Shakespeare's wife, like she's playing Juliet's other friend, June, so like May, June, Juliet kind of thing, and so Shakespeare's like, I'm not having this, so he goes behind her back and brings Romeo back to life, and it ends very annoyingly.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
You really got annoyed,
Oh,
yeah.
I did not like it at all. I was like, come on, we went through this whole journey and we're back to square one now. But it's good. I really enjoyed it, and I think it was very funny.
It was on last year, wasn't it? In the West, did you see it in the West End?
No, I saw it in Australia.
Oh, okay, right. So it's got a global reach then.
Oh yeah, very good.
Just like Shakespeare. Great, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Excellent. Annabelle, because you're about to go.
Well, I've also seen Anne Juliet, and I think that was a good one. So, I'm going to talk about West Side Story. So, I'm in the School Musical.
So get tickets.
Are
if
you a jet or a...
I'm a shark
Oh,
girl.
you're a shark.
A Capulet.
So
Yeah, lots
if
of us are shocked.
if you're not coming, get tickets. But like it's based on Romeo and Juliet because it's about a forbidden love story because New York is basically divided into two gangs: the Jets, which are New York guys and then girls as well, and then there are Sharks, who were the Puerto Rican like.
So it's between whites and Latinos, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the start of the play, they like fight a lot, and there's lots of. I think that the play opens with a fight, and there's lots of fighting and lots of like conflict. But then slowly throughout the play, they like learn how to live with each other, and the main love story is between Tony, who's a jet, and Maria, who's a shark, and it's about how all of the sharks and jets disapprove of this, and still they're in love and they fight that like
Okay. And
disapproval.
what's your favourite
Somewhere,
song? Somewhere, yeah.
because it really shows how there's like in that time especially that it highlights that people can like be in love no matter what, and like nothing can stop them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we really look forward to seeing it. Mr. Humphries and I are going next Thursday after Litsock, so and we wish you the best of luck because it's a massive ask. This, you know, when Steven Spielberg was asked to refilm it, everybody said it couldn't be done again, but managed it. And it's a really. Have you seen it? The new
Yeah.
one? Yeah. Have you seen the old one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should see the old one because it is absolutely extraordinary.
Yeah.
The West Side Story was written by Stephen Sondheim. He did the book and the lyrics. He went on to write his own musicals, changed the musical almost forever. And then there's Bernstein. And Leonard Bernstein was an absolutely extraordinary musician, classical musician, Jewish, bisexual, had quite a difficult life, but was very, very influential, particularly about bringing classical music into popular culture. West Side Story is not his only musical, but it's absolutely seminal. It's one of his most famous works. So if you don't know it, I really do recommend watching it and coming to see it. Okay, thank you, Annabelle.
Also, I did Somewhere for my grade 4 singing exam a couple years ago, and because it was like an exam, I had to ask loads of questions on like the tone of the song and stuff, and it was kind of like a turning point in the show because it really like showed everyone and it gave everyone empathy for the characters, and it kind of just, especially because it was written very like a long time ago,
1950s.
Yeah. And it was very controversial even then. It's like great that it's like now so big and stuff.
Yeah, well done. Thank you so much. Lucy, I'm going to nip in because of the election. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we need to reveal the results.
Yeah. So can I have a drum roll, please? Thank you. Right, okay, in reverse order. Okay, with two votes, it was Tilly.
Never mind, Tilly.
Never mind, got 2 votes. Okay. With 3 votes, drum roll. It was Penelope, Penelope, Penelope the teapot.
See, none of you can even spell it.
Now.
Okay.
Now.
Down to the last 2.
Now, Mr. Humphries and I didn't vote, but I don't think we'd have changed the vote significantly. Okay. Right, drum roll. In second place. 1, 2, 3, 4. With 5 votes, Mrs. Potts for Miss Potts. I was about to put my name on this, but it's a secret ballot. Now, the overwhelming winner, and this just shows the power of speech. 1 2, 3. Somebody can't spell Pollyanna. 4. Forgot the full name. Polly. 5. I choose Polly. Pollyanna or Polly for short. 6, 7, 8, 9. Pollyaner. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 votes. The overwhelming winner is Pollyanna. Thank you, Sophia, Stella, and Phoebe for your contributions, and a fabulous speech from Sophia, which I think swung it. Okay, bye guys. Bye. So well done, everybody. Right, Lucy, are you going to come up and finish?
You'll get in a second, Jenny. If anyone needs to go, it is 5 o'clock. If you need to go, that's fine.
So, I was very stuck because I didn't actually have any idea, but then I realised that a couple of years ago I had watched She's the Man with my family. So basically, this girl likes football and she can't do it. And so because she's a girl, and but she has a twin brother, and she decides who has a place at this school, and basically she takes his place and becomes a boy, and that's how she plays football. There is a extremely amusing moment at the end,
right?
Which I'm not gonna.
Okay,
that's fine then. That's fine.
But it's based on Twelfth Night, which does seem to be a recurring theme today. I keep
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it is a seminal text for Surbiton because it is our A-level text.
It is?
Othello is also being taught now, but for a long time we went to Twelfth Night after we've done The Tempest before now, we've done King Lear, we've done Hamlet, but Twelfth Night. Phoebe, do you think it's a worthy choice, Twelfth Night?
Yeah, I think it's a worthy choice.
Okay. Yes.
Anything else?
Does Pollyanna want to have a say?
It's the best.
Is that her voice from now on?
She's the man.
First recommendation from Pollyanna. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. Right, Jenny.
Okay. So basically, when you sent the email, I did recognize them obviously, but I'd never seen them.
Right.
So, except from The Lion King, so I chose The Lion King.
Oh, very good. Well done.
And with some very deep thinking during lunchtime, I realised that it was kind of like Hamlet with the with like the murderous uncle,
yes,
and the exiled main character. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and then after that deep thinking, I googled it just to be sure.
Yeah,
and
I knew that would come.
I was right.
Checked it out, did you?
You verified, that's fine.
Yeah,
I did that too.
That's fine.
And then, so when the creators of The Lion King, made The Lion King, I think they knew it was similar to Hamlet, but I don't think they realized that. But when they saw that there were very strong parallels from it, they initially kind of lent into the idea that it was based on Hamlet, but they didn't actually know. Well, they were aware of it, but they didn't know specifically until a few years after the film was released.
Yes, because sometimes it's only afterwards with hindsight that you look back and you think, oh, okay, this isn't dissimilar for Bridget Jones, Helen Fielding. Helen Fielding had written about Bridget Jones, but she didn't have a story, so it was only after she created the character and the characters that she put behind it Pride and Prejudice, the story. So yeah, sometimes it works like that.
And then...
And do you like The Lion King, Jenny?
Yeah.
Why?
I like the very upbeat songs, and I was a tad bit obsessed with it when I was younger, just a tad.
Have you seen it on the stage as well?
I have.
I was going to, but then for my birthday I decided to go see Frozen instead.
Frozen, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
Frozen was
so
so
good. Her dress change was
Oh, yeah. I had to Google YouTube
It was
videos about
so
how they
good.
did it. I was like, excuse me.
Oh, I know how
like,
they do it.
They like,
yeah, like
just
to-
pull it off.
It's literally just pulled off.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jenny.
Anybody else?
We've only got time for one more, I'm afraid, folks, 'cause of- yeah, go on.
Thank you. Okay. So, no deep thinking included in this, but I was going to speak about Pages and Co because it has like
Good.
Shakespeare like links in it. Like they travel into a Midsummer Night's Dream, quite a lot, and then obviously they get like help back from one of the characters when they most need it. But also because Shakespeare is like the person is quite a big part. And I took a little like chapter, but I'm not going to read that because I had a better idea. So, the Teen Beach movie, right? So, probably no one has watched it because I kind of found it randomly, but we don't talk about how I found it. So, it's based off of a movie based off of West Side Story called Wet Side Story, right? It's so original. And there are these two teens, which I cannot remember the names of for like life of me, but they both. So one person, the boy, there's a boy and a girl who are like best friends, and they live together in a shack with the boy's granddad, and for like the summer, and they go surfing all the time, and they love surfing, right? But then the girl has to leave to go to this like elite boarding school because her aunt, like that's her like life's dream. But her aunt's life dream for her is to go to the boarding school, and then. So they're like, sad about that. And the day that the girl is meant to leave, because the aunt appears and says, time for you to go. And the boy's like, what, you didn't tell me about this? So the day when she's meant to leave, she goes out early because there's like a massive like storm. So the waves will be really good. Because I think it's in Australia. I think. Yeah. It's either like a really good surfing place in America or Australia. But then the boy goes in after her because obviously it's not safe to surf with the storm. And then they kind of both, they don't drown, but they get like, sucked under the water a bit, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, where have they gone? So when they come up though, it is they're in Wet Side Story, which is based off West Side Story, as I've said. And they don't know how to get out, so they are kind of dragged along with the story, and there's kind of there's like a motorbike group, and then there's like the surfer people, so it's like motorbikes and surfer people, and they kind of the boy and the girl from actual world are split into both of the groups, and the boy's like living his best dream because he loves this movie, right? And the girl's just like, what do I do to get out of this, like whatever this is? And so they realise that they just need to go along until the movie finishes, otherwise they're like stuck in this perfect but not perfect world forever, because there's obviously some flaws, because it's like a dance fight every 5 seconds, which is amazing when they do it, but it's not ideal. So then they get like they're already in the story, right? But they're kind of background characters, and they expect to be background characters until they somehow get out. But there's a little mix-up, right, during a little dancing scene, and it turns out, because obviously there's the motorbike girl and the surf boy, and obviously they're meant to like fall in love, opposite like West Side Story, yeah. But then it turns out that instead of the motorbike and the surfer people falling in love, the people from the real world kind of mix in with that. So then the real world girl and surfer boy, like the boy's in love with the girl, and then the girl's in love with the boy on the motorbike side. It's a very confusing story, you need to watch it. But so then they kind of have to go through that until a big storm forced by an evil scientist at the end. And when they go surfing and they realise, and there's this halfway point, right, where they're like genuinely freaked out because their hair is not getting wet no matter how wet they are, because that's how it happens in movies apparently. And they're suddenly breaking out into song, which is not great.
So,
That's real.
which Shakespeare is it then?
It's based off West Side Story, which is obviously based off yes, Romeo and Juliet. Forgot the name of that.
Well, we've got an evil scientist with a storm.
Yeah.
It sounds as borrowing from
Come on.
another one.
So
Yeah, I did actually say it very well.
yeah. So then they obviously ride their way out on the storm at the
That's how
end.
they get out. They just ride the storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then
It ends happily ever after.
so they don't mean to. They're just going surfing.
Oh, I asked.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they don't realise because they're trying to obviously stop the storm because otherwise the scientist's idea was that he wants to take back the land that the surfer boys /motorbike people have taken, and then they are trying to stop that because they want to keep their beach hut kind of place, where they both meet because it's good food. Yeah. So then they're kind of going surfing because obviously the girl is amazing at surfing, and the boys they kind of just because they're the boys in the movie surfer dudes. They don't surf. They just in the picture their surfboards surfing, and they're kind of just standing there going yeah. So that's great. And then she's just actually out there doing amazing stuff. But then when they ride out on the storm, the girl then decides to obviously not go to the boarding school because that's not what she wants.
Right.
Yeah. And so the boy's just oh my gosh, Whoopi, you're staying home with me. But then, she goes to the local school, and obviously she's amazing at that. But then, so that's kind of the end. And then there's a second movie, but that's too complicated as well.
Movie to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Right.
it.
Recommend it.
Yeah, I do recommend it.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you very much.
It's called Teen Beach Movie, guys, not Wet Side Story.
What is Teen Beach movie?
Because it's the teenagers who go on a beach into Wet Side Story, not they're going.
Yeah, Wet Side Story
Okay.
is
Right, we're going to wrap up.
okay. We're going to wrap up for today. Okay, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks everybody who's going to watch. So very quick flip through lots of things, but we have a new Pollyanna teapot. Thank you to everybody who voted to join our named Paddington and Pooh Bear. Okay, so for everybody, there is no Lit Sock next week. Because you will be either involved in the musical West Side Story at New Wimbledon Theatre, everybody who hasn't booked yet. So it will be just Mr. Humphreys and I who will be chatting about,
We don't know yet.
we don't know yet, but probably all things literary, whatever comes up, okay? And do tune in and enjoy the show. And good luck to everybody who's in it. And we're going to say goodbye. So come and say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's have
See you in June.
regulars.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay.